Hello there. What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be unboxing the Republic Fighter Squadrons expansion pack for Star Wars Armada. Much like my Separatist Fighter expansion, this was also part of a review copy sent to me from Asmodee. So big thanks to them for sending this out. We're going to unbox this, take a look at all of the models, take a look at everything that comes in this particular expansion. And this will also be included in my full Clone Wars wave review that is going to be coming. So in here we've got this pack here that's going to have all of our little fighter ships. We're going to have our rules insert here that's going to have the components list, as well as some explanations for some of the new keywords that we're going to see in here. And of course, all of our cards and cardboard. So I think the first thing I'm going to do right now is set up the ships and give you a close look at that. So let's do that. All right, so here is just a close-up look at our first series of squadrons. These are the V19 torrents. And if you haven't already unboxed the, watched my unboxing of the core set, all of these they're just these different little, multi-squadron, multi-fighter holders, and you just kind of pop them in there like so, and you can kind of angle them however you want. And they're a harder plastic than we've seen before, so this is they actually allow for a little bit higher definition. A lot of mold lines in there, a lot of paneling that you're actually able to see. Not mold lines, but rather paneling, I think is what I'm looking for. Yeah, no, I don't actually see any mold lines, so really nice looking squadrons. So that's very cool. And we're going to have 6 of each fighter. Now, V19 torrents, you're probably not going to need a whole lot of if you've already got yourself a squadron pack, or rather a starter, because you already had 4 sets of V19 torrents in there, and this is 2 more. This is going to round out your amount of V19 torrents for sure, but the real treat here, in addition to the new pilot you're going to get for the V19s and plus the extra squadrons, is all the additional squadrons you're going to have here. So we've got our Delta 7 Aether Sprites. Here, look at all that paneling on there. These are really nice. I mean, now, not everybody paints their squadrons. I am hosting a painting competition on my Discord. There's an Armada Clone Wars painting competition. You're going to win a custom or a special Discord color and position in Discord if you happen to win that. So be sure to, even if you're not that confident in your abilities, say, hey, you know what, enter in anyway. It's fun to have them. These are great looking, and we've got both of those. We also have the Y-wings here, the BTLBs. They're very nice Y-wings. The up-armored version, not to be confused with the Rebels version. Yeah, but these are gonna make it real easy to paint. So that's awesome. And of course, you can turn them all however you want. You know, I love these. I love the way that the Armada squadrons are physically designed. They allow for a lot of customizability however you want your squadrons to kind of work. You can even have them kind of spread out a little bit like that, right? I don't never do that though. I always have them all pointed the same way if I can. You don't have to glue them down. They stay in there real nice. A lot of people don't want to glue them down, because they want to be able to change them out. Because you can put these in like any you can mix and match and put them wherever you want. I could put all my Y-wings on this one and have them kind of descending if I wanted to. This is the ARC 170s. These are really nice looking. This is my favorite one. As far as the design, it's really pretty. They're going to look awesome once they're painted up. Although the paneling on the Delta 7 looks really good as well. But these are really wide too, so I wanted to do this particular stand for them to give them plenty of room to kind of fan out. So yeah, we got 2 of those, not missing any pieces, which is good. Of course, we've got our bases and our stands as well, and these are going to go through the cardboard, go in there. We're going to, basically the way that they're going to work is we're going to take our stand here. In case you're not familiar, I like to put the blue over the Fantasy Flight side, and we're going to get that in there. That's going to slide. Then we're going to take one of our, we got our cardboard here, and these are all different too. We've got, for all of our generic, for the Delta 7s, we're gonna have a different unique pilot on the back because there's so many different unique pilots. And now for the other fighters, we only have 1 unique each, so they're all gonna be double-sided in that way. We've got extra Delta 7s because there's so many unique Delta 7 pilots. We got our proof of purchase there. We've got all of our uniques. So I'm just going to assemble these with the unique pilots here in place. But again, there's 4 unique pilots and only 2 Delta 7s here. So you definitely do not lose your Delta 7s. So I put them that way with it pointing up, and that's, you know, the Fantasy Flight logo is going to be on that side. It only fits one way, so a lot of people will sometimes break them because there's a little notch. So just line it up. They only fit one way, and that's going to go in there, and then boom, you pop that in there, you're good to go. Let's go ahead and look at the cards. All right, so first up is the V19 Torrent. This is the same squadron type that we see in our Republic starter, with the 2 blue and a red against squadrons, 1 blue, or rather 1 black against the ships. It's very much like the X-Wing in that it's an escort with 5 health. It's also going to have Swarm, though, so that's going to be a -1 attack die against the squadrons, but they get a reroll to help make up for it in the higher ceiling with the red, potentially. Well, maybe about the same ceiling, but yeah, it's all right. It's comparable. Our unique here is going to be Kickback, who is also going to have 2 braces, and after you perform an attack, you may move up to distance 1 even if you are engaged, so which is nice. He gets to kind of get out of there, which is nice, or he can, you know, do an attack and then move in and be escort for somebody else. Our new squadrons here are going to be the Delta 7 Aether Sprite. We're just going to start with that. This is a really, really nice squadron, a really nice ship type. At 17 points, it's not cheap, but it's going to do a whole lot of fun stuff. It's going to be 4 speed, 4 hull, 3 blue and a black, so pretty good anti-squadron dice. This is going to be primarily a ship that goes after enemy squadrons and being very, very effective at doing it. Only 1 blue against ships, so this one really wants to be engaging with enemy squadrons and doing a lot of nasty things to them. It has Adept 1. While attacking, you get to re-roll a die, so you don't even have to. You can be by yourself. It's automatic, a swarm, but it's any attack. So you can do this against ships as well, which helps really make up for the fact that it's only a blue without bomber. It has Counter 2, which a counter is an attack, so Adept 1 gives you a reroll on your counter attacks. And it has Dodge. While you're defending against a squadron during the spend defense token steps, you may choose 1 die to be rerolled. This is, you can basically, if they hit you, you can say, no, reroll that die. So hard to hit and hard to miss if you're shooting. So just like a lot of dice mitigation on this one, and that's kind of the force kind of being represented on this. This is basically like a generic Jedi flying the Delta 7s in this particular squadron. I don't, however, think many people will run generic Delta 7 Aether Sprites because we have only 2 squadrons of them in this pack, but we have 4 uniques. Now, we can only run 4 uniques at any given point in our list in a 400-point game, but let's look at our uniques. We've got Ahsoka Tano, who has got a Scatter and a Brace, and Adept 1, Counter 2, and Grit. So she's a little bit able to break free, which is awesome. I love it. After you move, you may choose another friendly squadron at distance 1. That squadron performs an attack against an enemy squadron at distance 1 with an anti-squadron armament of 2 blue dice, even if it's already activated. And again, that's also an attack. They also get to re-roll if they have Swarm or Adept or anything like that, which is really nice. She's going to work especially well with other Jedi that also have the Adept keyword. So this way they get their free attack and they get the re-rolls on that particular attack. So she's giving out extra attacks. Now, it's a very specific type of attack, but this is also going to be really good for the future. Any other squadrons that get attack-based effects, like while attacking or do this and that, is going to be particularly nice. And then we've got Luminara Unduli, who is going to have Scatter and Brace. She's Adept 1 and Counter 2. And she says, while an enemy squadron at distance 1 is attacking a non-unique friendly squadron, so one of your generics, the attack is treated as obstructed. So she is defending all of your generic fighters, which is really nice. She's good. I think she's going to be nice to lead a bunch of bombers into battle to try to help protect them and keep them from being picked apart by aces. Kit Fisto is going to bring something different. First off, you're going to notice he does not have the Scatter. He's only a double brace ace. Double brace ace. Brace ace. He also has Intel, which is going to be nice to give your other guys grit. Intel has been changed with the Clone Wars and Armada's 1.5 rule set. We're going to be doing more videos talking more about the rules and the changes to those rules. But now Intel gives friendly units at distance 1 grit, as opposed to making enemy units at distance 1 heavy. So same kind of principle, but now, if they bring multiple guys in, they're still going to potentially lock you down. He has Adept 2 also, so he gets to reroll 2 dice when he attacks, making him a great partner for Ahsoka, because now he gets to reroll both dice if he needs to. Counter 2 also, very, very nice. Adept 2 works with Counter 2, it works with Ahsoka, it works with his regular attacks. It's a little unnecessary, it's a little overkill on a ship because you only have 1 dice to begin with. And you're running against a ship, but he's really good against fighters. His special ability is when you spend a defense token, you may discard it. If you do, reduce the total damage by 3 instead of resolving that token's effect, which is kind of like a scatter, right? Kind of. It's potentially better because you can do it, over and over. You can do it potentially more times than you could with a scatter, but it can potentially be worse if you somehow end up getting like 12 damage thrown at you, which is unlikely for a squadron. But yeah, I think he is going to be really hard to kill. I think he's fantastic. Plo Koon. I like Plo Koon very much. Oh, it's so hard to try and do his voice. He is a scatter ace. He's going to have the scatter and a brace. He's also going to be Adept 2. And he's going to have Counter 2. And he gives non-unique friendly squadrons without counter at distance 1, Counter 1. So he's going to hand out counter. I really like the idea of Plo Koon and Luminara going together because they're both kind of helping out the generics. They're both in that kind of, come on, clones, will cover you. I love that. And that's our aces for the Delta 7. Let's put the bombers on here. The BTLB Y-Wing Squadrons. 10 points, bomber and heavy. A blue and a black against squadrons, and just a black against ships. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, pretty cheap. And we've got our ace, Anakin. Anakin is in a Y-Wing, not in a Delta 7. So that's an interesting aspect here, but that's fine. That's totally fine. He's so good. He's so good. I think we're going to get Anakin again in an ETA 2 whenever ETA 2 squadrons eventually come out. Because presumably this will not be the last squadron pack we see for the Republic. We'll probably see more at some point. And I think we'll see, because Anakin flies everything, right? So I think we'll see Anakin in additional craft in the future. And that's probably why they decided, you know what, we've got a lot of Jedi we can put in the Delta 7. But Anakin is in everything, so he probably doesn't need to be in the Delta 7, at least not right now. Maybe in the future someday. But let's give some other Jedi a chance to shine. So Anakin here he's got heavy, he's got bomber, he has Adept 2, which is great, especially since he rolls 2 dice against ships, which is actually a very big difference between the regular B-Wing or the regular Y-Wing and him. So he's going to need those rerolls. He also is very good with Ahsoka because of Adept 2. But his special ability is also fantastic. During his activation, you can spend a defense token to ignore engagement until the end of your activation. So you can just, you know what, I'm going to move over here and I'm going to attack a ship and forget about it. You know what, I'm out of here. It's insane how good that is. It's so good. I love him. I think he's going to be like an auto-include in all of my early Republic builds because he's so good. And Arc 170s. We got Arc 170s. These are our other bombers. These are kind of like the B-Wings in that they're slow, right? Only speed 2. 7 hull, though. They are going to be hard to bring down. 2 blue dice against a ship, too. And then 2 blue and a red against squadrons. They're not terrible against squadrons. Plus, they have counter to kind of help prevent them, de-incentivize them just a little bit against squadrons. I mean, that's kind of cool. And they have bomber, which is just overall fantastic. A little on the expensive side at 15, but not too bad, especially for 7 hull. Woo! And we've got oddball here. Oddball has got 23 points. This is gonna be an expensive one because, for one, hey, he's got brace. He's an ace for your Arc 170. It's already a nasty ship. Already nasty. 2 blue and a black against squadrons. 2 blue against ships. Bomber and critical. He's also got the evade, which is gonna be, evade has been totally changed too, and it's useful for squadrons now. So that's great. While attacking, if you moved during this activation, you may re-roll up to 2 dice, which is going to be fantastic for his bomber ability. This is a very good bomber. He does not require that bomber command center to be able to function. He's just very, very good. Like him and Anakin could be really good bomber buddies. They don't even need that much support. I love it. I love it. This is going to be fun. All right, guys. Well, that's about all I've got for the Republic Fighter expansions. These are really, really nice. The Republic Fighters are going to be awesome. I can't wait to get them on the table, get some squadron-based builds. You know, I have not always been the biggest fan of heavy squadron lists, but I like how these kind of give you the ability to do more with less. So I think, you know, maybe 4 squadrons, 4 to 6 tops, is going to be very, very effective here. So let me know what you think down in the comment section. If you're new here, don't forget to click that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment. Subscribers who comment are automatically entered into my giveaways. I'm doing 12 Days of Life Day all month long. If you want to pick this up, I'm going to put a link to the Asmodee store where you can purchase this yourself. Big thanks to Asmodee for sending this out for review. I want to thank all of you guys so much. If you want more information, check the links in the description below. Big thanks to my patrons as well. You guys are absolutely amazing. I couldn't do this without you, so thank you so much for your continued support. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you, and as always, have a great day.